G'day folks, today I'm going trout fishing in a southerly gale. It's very, very windy. I'm trout fishing in a small stream and I'm starting off with the striped tiger nymph in pumpkin seed colour. Now if I can be quite honest, the reason I've chosen the pumpkin seed is because I've had a couple of reports from people over on the Goulburn River that done really well on the weekend with the pumpkin seed striped tiger nymph. So if it worked for them, I'm going to give it a crack and see if it works for me. Look what I found. He doesn't know I'm here yet. See all the big ants around here? Look at that, as soon as I started talking he stopped. He was still digging and feeding, and the moment I started talking and he heard me, he's puffed himself up. He didn't even realise I was here. Now he's trying to bury himself, but look, see these big ants walking around? That's what he's eating. There's a heap of them walking around on the sand over there. He's digging his way in there. He is an Australian echidna. I sometimes jokingly call him a porcupine and get myself into trouble, but he's an echidna, or an anteater. He is a monotreme and he's digging a hole into an ant nest, getting lunch. It's about that time of day, mate. I'm getting a bit peckish myself, so I'll leave you alone. Watch this, I'm going to aim for that tussock on the right hand side there. I'm going to aim to go over the top of that tussock. And look, I've landed right in the middle of the creek. I've allowed for the wind and it's thrown my little striped tiger nymph a metre to the left. Got him! Oh look, tiny little trout. Look at that. What a surprise. Look at the size of that weeny little rainbow trout. That is a fantastic sign. And that was a shock to me. Mate, you're very slippery. Beautiful little rainbow trout caught on the striped tiger nymph in pumpkin seed. I've left the claws on just to give it a bit of a bigger, bulkier look in this murky water. That's my first trout on a lure since last season. There you go folks, I've opened my trout luring season with a very small but energetic rainbow trout. Oh, I had a strike. I had a strike. My God, it's been so slow. I've been fishing for over an hour. I caught that weeny little trout in the first hole I fished. Had another touch. That weeny little trout in the first hole I fished, and then nothing. I've just had 2 strikes in 2 casts. Oh, he hit it. That was a good strike. He's following it. He's a little fish. The first fish I've seen since I started. I caught that little one in the first hole. Haven't seen one since until just now. He's only small. God, there he goes. I don't know whether you saw him, he hit it pretty hard that time. I think he's just nipping at the tail. When they do this, these are the times where I like to start using a bit of lure scent. Reluctant striking, I suppose you could say. Right, now I've got the striped tiger yabby oil and trout oil. I'm going to go the trout oil. I just think it's got a stronger scent. It's a much more garlicky sort of a scent. Now if this doesn't work, I may have to switch over to a minnow or a spinner or something with the hooks at the back. But I'll try this in the hope that just making the lure smell strong and nice and very garlicky. Put this on just in the hope that it might entice the fish just to strike that little bit harder. Get a cast in before a big gust of wind springs up. I've got to follow, I've got to follow. Take it, got him, I got him. Ha ha ha. Yes. Oh, I've caught one. I might leave this one in the water while I get my phone out of my bag. He's got beautiful colours on him. Absolutely beautiful colours. It's only a small fish, but what a pretty fish. Wow. Come on, buddy. If you get off, you get off. It's not the end of the world. I would like a photo first, though, if that's okay with you. See ya, buddy. Off you go. Face into the current. Here he goes. A little bit weak. He's right. Well, it's been very slow. I caught that rainbow trout about 2 minutes after I got here. I fished for nearly an hour before I saw a fish, and it was a real reluctant strike. So I put some Strike Tiger trout oil on my lure, which I can still smell now. And the first fish that hit it after that and hit it hard enough to hook up. So this is what I say about lure scent. You don't always need to use it, but there are times where I like to use it, and that is when the fish are hitting the lure but not hitting it hard enough to commit to a strike. I just think the lure scent can turn the follows and the sort of soft strikes into a little bit more aggressive strikes and result in more hookups. That's when I like to use lure scent. So I don't use it every time, but there are times where I really am glad I've got it in my bag, and that time is today. There's a fox. Comes a little weeny one. You see that? Got him. Look at that. Look at the size of him. He's only got the tail. I never even hooked that fish. I never even hooked him. A lovely little rainbow. See ya, mate. I never even hooked him. He grabbed a hold of the tentacle of my Strike Tiger nymph, of which there's only one left because one got bitten off by that last trout. And he just had a hold of the tentacle, and I lifted him out of the water, and then he let go on the bank. I just caught a trout without catching a trout. Now that takes skill. Rightio folks, I feel like I'm just starting to get a bit of a handle on this current trout season. I just found that. Must have been lost by a gold digger. The fishing's been slow, but I've had a lot of fun. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my little fishing adventure. If you have, why not consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.